Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is your standard 8 social science semester 2 textbook chapter number 11, and this is going to be our third and last lecture for this chapter. In our previous two lectures we had studied about the world was taking place, the formation of League of Nations, then the formation of United Nations after the Second World War, its objectives, its different organs, right? And in the second lecture, we had seen the two major or main organs of United Nations, that is the Security Council and General Assembly. And in our third lecture, that is the final lecture of this chapter, today we'll study some special organizations of the United Nations. Okay, fine. So the main objective of the United Nations is to foster social, foster means to encourage social, economic, cultural and educational development of people and help them in improving their standard of living by generating more employment opportunities, right? So what is the main objective? To encourage social, economic, cultural and educational development of people. Why? Because if the people they are educated, they'll understand the importance of peace, unity, brotherhood, okay, and the society will develop very well. Okay, so these are the reasons. Then this also improves the standard of living of the people. Why? Because if the person or the people of the country are highly educated, then they will get more and more employment and they'll be busy doing their work. They'll earn a lot of money, their standard of living will increase, and they won't uh, spend their time in useless activities or thinking in the negative way. So a country will progress very well. Okay, to achieve these objectives, various organizations have been established to work in specific areas under the leadership of United Nations. So I will go through the organizations. Name of the special organization of United Nations. So first one is WHO, right? We all have heard about this organization, that is World Health Organization. Okay, and especially during the COVID time, uh, this organization has come into the picture every time, and each and every person all around the world might be aware of this organization, that is World Health Organization, and its short form is WHO. Okay, and its headquarters is at Geneva. Okay, and the last column shows us the major functions, that what work does this organ or organization do. So this organization makes efforts to improve the physical and mental health of the people of the world. Okay, so it takes care of the health of the people. Fine, we'll move further. Next is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and the short form is UNESCO. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and its headquarters is at Paris. Okay, and what work does it do? We'll just try to understand. It tries to contribute towards peace and security by promoting international collaboration through education, science, and culture in order to further universal respect for justice, the rule of law, and human rights. So, this organization mainly tries to emphasize uh, or to provide the people of the world education, right? Then they try to bring the people of different cultures together. Okay, and they try to develop brotherhood and brotherhood also, but that too in a universal way, universal brotherhood, and they try to bring peace and respect for each other. Okay, so that was UNESCO. Next is International Labour Organization, that is ILO. Okay, so its headquarters is at Geneva again, and it was noticed at a period that the laborers were the people who were exploited the most. They were made to work hard like animals, but they were not given enough wages, proper health facilities, or any other kind of facilities. So, for the encouragement and for the life improvement in the life of the laborers, ILO, that is International Labour Organization, was set up. So what work does it do? We'll see. To promote rights at work, encourage decent employment opportunities, enhance social protection, and strengthen dialogue on work related issues. So, as I said, basically, the laborers, they were not given any kind of right, because the company or the factory is ultimately dependent on the laborers. They are the real asset to the company, who work hard like anything, and with the help of which the company moves ahead, okay, and earns lots of money. So it is very important for the company to take care about the needs, okay, of all the laborers of the company. Next is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Okay, now it is United Nations International Children's Fund, that is UNICEF. Okay, its headquarters is at New York, and it does the work to provide long-term humanitarian and developmental assistance to children and mothers in the developing countries to get good standard of living and nutritious food, and organize children welfare programs. So it does a lot of work. Uh, it helps the women's all around the world during the pregnancy period. They provide assistance, that how to take care of the child, how to uh, work during the growth and development of the child. Okay, and what all things should be provided for the proper growth of the child, proper diet, right, and many more things are done by UNICEF for the upliftment of the women and the children all around the world. Next is Food and Agricultural Organization, that is FAO. Okay, so its headquarters is at Rome, to ensure that people get a regular supply of enough and high quality of food to promote agriculture, right, because it is the most important thing. Without eating we cannot live, and for that agricultural is must. And many a times, due to any calamities or any other reason, there is a shortage in the countries around the world, then FAO organization tries to help them out. Okay, and many a times there are countries where there is enough land, enough resources, but the people, they are not able to exploit that. So FAO directs those countries, helps the farmers, provides them education, and then help them out to grow more and more agriculture, which is helpful to all the human beings all around the world. Last one is the World Bank, that is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Washington DC, to provide low interest loans, interest free credits and grants to the developing countries. Okay, so this World Bank provides loans and credits to the developing countries, so that even those countries can develop themselves. Okay, this support a wide array of investments in such areas as education, health, public administration, infrastructure, financial and private sector development, agriculture, and environmental and natural resource management. So these are the different areas which the country can develop, and for which the World Bank provides finance or loan. Okay. Next are the different logos given for the different organs or organizations of United Nations. Okay, we'll move further and we'll come to this paragraph, that is cooperation of India to the United Nations. So how India has contributed towards United Nations, we'll see in this paragraph. India has adopted the strategy of solving the disputes with other countries through UN. Okay, so if India is having any kind of problem, it takes the help of United Nations and tries to sort out those problems with the other countries. Okay, India has always contributed on a large scale to the peacekeeping forces of the United Nations. That means we have learned about Security Council, which tries to maintain peace and security, and it also tries to safeguard the people all around the world, right? So they themselves have their force, as I said, there is army or force. Okay, and whenever needed, India has provided help to United Nations by sending its soldiers wherever required. Okay, India has sent a team of doctors to treat the wounded soldiers in the Korean War. Wounded means jakhmi. Okay, Indian delegates or representatives on various posts in the United Nations have contributed to the welfare with their knowledge and experience. India's contribution as a member of the Security Council and other organs has always been noteworthy. Okay, so India has also been a part of Security Council in the previous years. Then a very important point, the great ideals of Panchashil are a gift of India to the world. So Panchashil, okay, Panch means five and Shil means virtues. So this Panchashil treaty was uh, a beginning of a cordial relation between India and China. Okay, and the five principles uh, which are set in the Panchashil are, I'll just go through the five principles which are set out in Panchashil. So the first one is mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. That means we should respect each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. Means each and every country is divided with the borders. No country should try to capture or take away other countries' land area or the other part of the country through any means. Okay. The next is mutual non-aggression. That means not to fight or not to attack each other. Then third point is mutual non-interference in each other's internal affairs. Okay, so if some problem is going on in India, then no other country has the right to interfere in the internal affairs of the country. Okay, so that is the third point. Then fourth one is equality in mutual benefit. Okay, each and every country, whether it is a small or a big around the world, is equal and they should get equal benefit. Okay, then last point is peaceful coexistence. So each and every country, whether it is a small country or a big country, has the right to live peacefully. No other country, right, no other powerful country or no other country has the right, okay, to take away other countries' freedom. Okay, so those were the five principles of Panchashil, and which is a gift of India to the whole world, right? It is also accepted in the United Nations, and this is going to be our last paragraph for this chapter, that is a ray of hope for the human race. So if all the countries of the world cooperate with the United Nations, world peace can be obtained in the real sense. Okay, so all the leaders of all the country needs to understand this thing, that if we live with cooperation, if we live peacefully, right, then in real sense we can feel the peace all around the world, because if the countries they keep on fighting with each other, then there is a continuous stress and tensed situation all around the world. For this, it is necessary that every country resolves to stop the production of deadly weapons. Again, one of the most important point. So, stopping the production of deadly weapons is known as disarmament. Okay, that means not to produce deadly weapons like nuclear bombs, atomic bombs, then guns, planes, fighter planes, everything. Why? Because lots of money, lots and lots of money is spent behind these weapons. And if all the countries live peacefully with each other, then there will be no need for producing these weapons, and all this money can be used behind the welfare of the people. So we can just imagine how beautiful the life will be, right? Crores of rupees can be saved if this race of increasing weapons in the countries end. This money can be used for the welfare of the people. So that I have already explained it to you. Earth is the only planet for us to live. We all know that life exists only on the earth. And if we destroy this earth, right, then the whole humanity will come to an end. Okay? Thus, human beings have to aim at achieving world peace and universal brotherhood. So, very, very important, right? We all, the people, all the human beings all around the world should try to achieve world peace, and we should understand the importance of universal brotherhood. So that's it for this chapter, and I'll end my lecture over here, and I thank you everyone for watching my video.